you just want to marry a wife, but she just wants to escape poverty and maybe help her brother do the same. Huh, today's marriages aren't about you marrying me or me marrying you. It's about us raiding each other's families. What's even more brutal is the existence of a harsh contempt chain in the matchmaking market. Young men with two sons are placed at the very bottom of this chain. This not only means the woman will receive fewer resources, but also that they may face complex sister-in-law relationships and heavy burdens of supporting aging parents in the future. Parents empty their life savings and borrow money everywhere just to secure a wife for their son. But these marriages, built on a foundation of high bride prices, are often incredibly fragile. The slightest problem can lead to divorce, leaving both personal and financial losses in the end. If rural matchmaking is a simple, crude bride price auction, then urban matchmaking is a sophisticated and complex asset restructuring and class defense battle. During the May Day holiday, not only are the rural matchmaking scenes bustling, but the matchmaking corners in city parks are equally crowded, and even more lively than popular tourist spots. With umbrellas wide open, countless eager parents gathered on the front lines for a chance to seal their children's happy future. However, unlike in rural areas, the matchmaking logic here has a completely different vibe. At the matchmaking corner in People's Park in Shanghai, a woman passionately introduces her precious daughter. My daughter graduated with a master's degree from a 985 university, works in HR at a foreign company, and earns $300,000 a year. The man must be a new Shanghai resident or a local, have an independent apartment in the central city with no mortgage, be 175 centimeters or taller, and have at least a master's degree. These aren't high requirements, we just believe in matching social status. A man hearing this wasn't happy. These young girls have too many demands. My son may not have a house, but he works hard. Why do people start by looking at the household registration book and property title? In cities, the bride price isn't always the only hard requirement. In economically developed regions like Jiangsu, Zhejiang, and Shanghai, the woman's family might even offer a generous dowry. However, this doesn't mean it makes it easier. The thresholds in cities are not only high, but also hidden and almost impossible to meet. What matters here is strong alliances and social matching. Education, household registration, property location, and whether the parents have a pension, each factor is quantified into scores on a form. Interestingly, the matchmaking dilemma in cities mirrors the rural situation in a peculiar way. In rural areas, there's a leftover man crisis, while in cities, it's leftover woman anxiety. In traditional Chinese views, marriage often follows the male higher, female lower matching gradient, where women tend to look for men with higher economic conditions and education than themselves.